All right, guys, this is my dad. This is Tommy Sr. And he's going to give you just a little bit of history about this house and where we are. So hang on. Hey guys, Tommy from Monts Family Homestead. Got to run down to my childhood home and right across the road from where I used to live. That's where my dad's parents, and actually where my dad was born. He called me a little bit ago, said, would you please run down and let's clean these valleys out. You got pine needles all in the valleys of the house and all. With all the rain we've got coming, he just don't want to have a leak. So take you down there and we'll enjoy doing that for my dad. All right, guys, getting into my hometown. That little sign right there says Plantersville. The population here when I was growing up was like 900. Right now it's about a whopping probably 950. Some of my favorite childhood memories, well, also adult memories also before we moved. That is the church where I was actually brought here 9 months before I was born. And there is my old home place where my dad still lives. Of course, Mom passed away 2 years ago this past August. So we're gonna go see what we can do with him. Or for him, not with him. All right, we got just a few leaves there, just a few there, up on top, and then on the other side, where I'm standing, that's my dad's bedroom where he was born. And we got a few leaves right there, here and there. He wants to be proactive. And again, this is his childhood home place. I spent a lot with myself and my brother and my sister. We spent a lot of time over here. We just lived right across the road. Because you can't see that now because of all the trees. But anyway, just thought I'd give you a little tour of where my childhood days were. This is a lot of memories for me up here. My granddad, well, this house was built in 1933. My dad was born in 38, so that makes him, well, he'll be 83 this year. So want to kind of keep it up as best we can anyway till the Lord calls him home. Just, boy, my hair looks like I went through a windstorm. Oh man, that chimney back there, when I was 5, 6, 7, somewhere along that, my granddad would bring home bags of coal. And I can remember standing outside and watching him light the fire from the inside. That black smoke would start rolling out of there. My grandmother, she would say, now don't you get it too hot in here. Let's go down off the house and we'll finish up cleaning up around the house and all. I told you this house was built in 1933. Let me show you something. $1933. I thought that's pretty cool. All right, guys, this is my dad. This is Tommy Sr. And he's going to give you just a little bit of history about this house and where we are. So hang on. All right, go ahead, Dad.
The back room back there was added on when my mom and dad got married. And the house was built about 75% up to 90% of a store that was out here in front. It was my grandpa's store out here.
Now, right out there is where he's talking about.
Right in the front. And some of this lumber in here dates back many years.
Oh, he was talking about, you know, the house was built in 33, so the store was probably built, what, 1900 or before?
Right around 1900.
So the lumber in this house is still, if you want to add it up and look at it, this being 2021, this lumber in this house, some of it's 120 years old. So
that's on the sleepers.
yeah, that's on the floor joists and things like that. So, but anyway,
they're about 8 by 8 in size.
and when he says 8 by 8, they are huge. They are large, and the 2 by 8s and 2 by 10 joists, they are the true 2 by 10s and 2 by 8 joists. They are not cut down in size at all.
Right.
So, well, anyway, hey, I just want you to meet my dad. Anyway, he's never been on video except a couple of times. So maybe this YouTube maybe go viral with him. I don't know, but anyway, thanks, Dad.
This is where I first seen the light of day, like Jerry Clower said.
Down here below the house, it's a pretty good grade. I didn't want Dad to get down here. It's about 90 degrees with a heat index of about, I don't know, 17,004. But this, when he was a teenager, this area here, I don't know if the video, see if I can do it this way. That gives you a little more light, a little more of the landscape anyway. But what he did was, he came out here, dug this with a shovel. Now there's a rise that comes here up and then back over there. All the dirt that he got out of here, he dug this pool. Now what he did, he let it fill up, and when it filled up, he would go down to the creek, which is about a mile that way, and even over to the river where we call the Tom Bigby River, which there's a waterway over there now, but the old Tom Bigby River. He would put fish in here, and well, you couldn't put a whole lot in there because it's about 8 feet across and about 12 feet long, something like that. But he would put fish in there, and they would catch the fish in the afternoons or something like that. And his mother, they would actually have a fish supper at night, with him having to go all the way out to the creek or something like that, because they only had one vehicle. And my granddaddy, Dad's dad, he would only use it for work and church. That was it. Now right up from there, between this great big huge oak trees, this stump that's here, this tree blew down somewhere, gosh y'all, I'm gonna say 15 years ago, something like that. And it fell. This used to be the old garden spot here. And you talk about growing Irish potatoes and sweet potatoes, oh my word, those things were huge. But this tree, when it flipped over or blew over, the story behind this is, when my dad was 6 years old, he got pneumonia. He also had a little dog named Poochie. And my dad caught pneumonia, and they didn't know if he was going to make it or not. That was bad stuff back then. Like I said, he would have been, what, 1943 or so, something like that. But his little dog came in, and his little dog Poochie caught pneumonia, and the little puppy dog died. Well, my granddad and his mom, my grandmother, brought the puppy dog down here, buried it somewhere in this area, like right in there. Now here's the part that's just, it's hard to believe. When this thing blew over, my dad, like I said, lives right across the road. He came over here and found the remains of his puppy dog that had been pulled up with the roots. He got a set of post hole diggers, dug a hole, and put the puppy dog back to rest. Now, I'm not trying to give y'all one of these sob sad stories, but he's reminding me of things. That's the reason I'm recording them. And he told me, he said, share this on your YouTube thing, whatever that is. So that's just one of the stories for here. Now the back door right there, when my grandmother and grandfather were married, they dug out, I say they did. Let's just ease down this hill just a little bit, and I'll show you how kind of deep this is. But that little walkway where that cedar tree is, would walk right down here, and you wouldn't think, but they dug out into this clay area here. They dug out a storm cellar slash food cellar. And when you would walk down there, when we played it here when I was a kid, this thing was so cool. I mean, not just cool, but really cool. Just in the middle of summertime, it would stay below 70 degrees all the time, because it would go, and like I said, from here to the top of that hill is the back of it. So this is about 20, let's just say 20 feet from there to there. And that's where, like I said, that's where they came and got got out of the storms and all. We used to spend a lot of time in this old swing right here. I think this thing is probably as old or older than I am. But we would come out here on Sunday afternoons after church. We'd come over to my grandmother's house, and my aunt, he just passed away, my dad's sister, a couple of weeks ago. And she would bring up chocolate pies, and we would sit out here in the old swing, and we would just, we'd just be kids. We'd just be kids. Wouldn't it be great if kids would do that today instead of sitting in front of the TV or sitting in front of the GameCube or whatever the things are called now? I know I'll take some hits for that, but that's all right, whatever. But just anyway, hey guys, thank you for following along on Monts Family Homestead. I appreciate you watching the video. I really didn't know how it was going to work, to be honest with you. Dad's never been on video, but he told me some more stories, and I'm just going to keep those to my heart. Thank you for watching. God love you. So, well, anyway, hey, I just wanted you to meet my dad anyway. He's never been on video except a couple of times, so maybe this YouTube maybe go viral with him. I don't know, but anyway, thanks, Dad.
This is where I first seen the light of day, like Jerry Clower said.